Now, if you are, in fact, currently at this moment, the first man of France, that would be Brigitte Macron, and you are currently suing a podcaster in America named Candace Owens for defamation, for telling the truth, right? And the story that you are trying to sell to the public is that you were really deep down in your heart, you really believe that you are a woman and Candace is just crazy and desperate for clicks and willing to defame you for money.
Yeah, man, I was born in the ghetto. Now you know that I grew up with a struggle. They even told me I would end up like a zero, but I ended up with a gold medal.
All right, you guys, it is a very tangled web that we weave. I'm referring to me and Jean-Michel Trogneau, okay? Jean-Michel Trogneau has been so protected and has worn so many faces and has clearly gotten away with that across so many decades that you can almost understand the sheer arrogance. Imagine being so protected that you force multiple nation states to collude to hide the obvious fact that you were born with a penis, right? That is real power. I am talking satanic power, though. And the antidote to Satan is always Christ. Truth will reign supreme in the end. So welcome back to Candace.
Let's get it. Let's get it. She's back. She's back. I'm excited. I'm excited about this. I really gotta say this. It's good.
Get comfortable, you guys, because it is going to be a long week. I have so many explosive revelations to share with you, and now it feels especially urgent, right? Don't you feel a sense of urgency right now?
Yes, I do.
In the wake of me having learned that France apparently paid for my assassination, and that the French Foreign Legion was apparently involved and on the ground at UVU on the day of Charlie Kirk's assassination. And we should probably begin there. Foremost, if you were one of the people online who believed for a single second that it was even a remote possibility that I simply made up a French assassination attempt heading into Thanksgiving week, I don't know, for like attention or something. I sat around and I said, I'm just not getting enough attention. How can I start a global conversation about me?
That's what I said, man. Because when I saw these people on this thing, PBD podcast, like the things that we're saying, I was just like, bro, this is embarrassing. This is embarrassing, bro. Like, she's like the last person that would get on the net and start to look for attention.
And then I came up with this idea of creating fan fiction where I imagined myself as the victim of a multinational state plot to murder me. Yeah, if you thought that for a single second, that it was for funsies, because I'm not busy or anything, then you're just not sober, you're not paying attention to anything, and you need to wake up real fast. We're gonna move quickly through a lot of things this week because everyone in the world needs to wake up to how things actually work. LOL to the idea of Western democracy, LOL to the idea that you can win in life and that everything's basically set the stage for a meritocracy and you can get ahead. No, actually, as you learn things, you become a target. You become a target to people that operate in the shadows. And that is, I think, what we are all learning in the wake of the last couple of months, especially.
I mean, that is not new, though. That is not new to me. I know that if you know the truth, the devil's against you, right? It's like if you spend time talking about what Heavenly Father, Yahuwah, the devil does not want that. The devil's going to come against you, right? If you serve the world, you get rewarded by the world. If you serve Heavenly Father, He will reward you, but not as you think it will. And then Yahusha said, anybody that loses their life because of me, they will find it, right? Like, it goes the other way around too. So yeah, let's get it. Continue, man. Shout out to Candace for being back. I'm excited about this video. I'm excited to see the things that she's gonna say. Comment below, like, dislike, share, and then let's get right into it.
Now, going back to November 25th, I obviously tweeted exactly what I was informed, okay? I'm going to read that tweet to you in its entirety. Urgent. 2 days ago, I was contacted by a high-ranking employee of the French government. After determining this person's position and proximity to the French couple, I have deemed the information that they gave me to be credible enough to share publicly in the event that something happens. In short, this person claims the Macrons have executed upon and paid for my assassination. Yes, you read that correctly. More specifically, that the green light was given to a small team in the National Gendarmerie Intervention Group. I am told there is one Israeli that is on the assassination squad and that plans were formalized. Again, this person provided concrete proof that they are well placed within the French government apparatus. Further to this point, this person claims that Charlie Kirk's assassin trained with the French Legion 13th Brigade with multi-state involvement. Journalist Xavier Poussard's life is also at risk. This is deadly serious. The head of state of France, right, I said there was a paper trail that Macron allegedly paid $1.5 million. And I am saying allegedly because until I can physically see with my own eyes.
I just want to pause this real quick and say that about 101,000, okay? 101,000 people watching this thing live as she's speaking right now. This is pretty much a concert. This is a concert. No joke. Let's go, man. Let's go. I'm just too excited.
Inside of these accounts and verify the transfer of that payment, it's of course alleged. The amount is alleged. 2 assassins were hired, one Israeli, one French Canadian woman, okay, a man and a woman. And I also said that the money ran through the elite gentleman Club des Cent. Again, I was very specific.
People in Africa watching.
I asserted that the French Foreign Legion, which was a legion and a group that I had never heard about prior to this notification, were involved in Charlie Kirk's assassination. Okay, I don't follow military stuff. So me even mentioning specific gendarmerie, you have to assume that I got this information from somebody. Now, if you are, in fact, currently at this moment, the first man of France, that would be Brigitte Macron, and you are currently suing a podcaster in America named Candace Owens for defamation, for telling the truth, right? And the story that you are trying to sell to the public is that you were really deep down in your heart, you really believe that you are a woman and Candace is just crazy and desperate for clicks and willing to defame you for money. Then Candace Owens publicly proclaiming and accusing you of something directly implicated in her assassination, a claim which has gone viral. When I say viral, I mean just the tweet alone had over 100,000 retweets and 45 million impressions on X alone, okay? This would be your unique opportunity as the French first man to prove your case about Candace to the public, right? In the court of public opinion. This would be your time to slam dunk.
Wait, why is she saying first man? Why is she saying first man? What is this? I cannot.
Remember, the French couple has been so psychotically obsessed with trying to paint me as conflicted in my reporting that they even hired a private investigator to try to see if I was colluding with other state actors. You know, they kind of gloriously insinuated that I might be working with Russia. They paid for that. They paid for that investigation. So using that logic, wouldn't this be the opportunity, if you're the French couple, to come out and to prove your point, to make a stunning and a swift statement, right? We are shocked by the accusation. Of course, never in a million years. Oh, we told you guys, this is just for clicks, it's for money. This is beyond anything we've ever heard. I hope Candace gets well soon. That would be what I would say you should do if I'm advising you from a PR standpoint, right? In American basketball terms, this is like a flagrant foul and you now get some free throws, right? If you're the French couple. You're going to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars in legal fees, investigative fees, and PR fees in a country on the other side of the Atlantic, trying desperately to paint me as a lunatic, and I give you the opportunity to spike the ball to prove that I'm a lunatic, and you don't do it? No, they didn't do it, did they?
That's
Paying
crazy.
attention. They did not do it. Of course, they send out the people on Twitter who get to come out and say, oh, I think she's crazy. I think she's making it up. They do this. We are always doing this every week. Oh, Trump never called her about Brigitte Macron. She's making that up for attention. Oh, she's lying. Charlie Kirk never changed his mind about Israel. She's making that up for attention. This is what we do every week, right? We're hamsters on a wheel. And so we're back to that again, right? People saying that I made it up. But what did the French couple do? That's what matters. It's now been a full week since I made that announcement. And here is the official response issued by the Élysée Palace.
Hey, me. No.
Nothing. I want you to bear in mind that this was front page global news from the United States to Russia. And I publicly challenged the Candace is making everything up crowd to prove it. Press the White House for a response, right? The White House the ball's very firmly in their court. And a week later, this is the official White House response. So what are we to make of that, you guys? Did I report it to the White House? Of course I reported it to the White House. Did I report it to the FBI? Of course I reported it to the FBI. Did I report it to our counterterrorism unit? Of course I reported it, because I'm telling you there's a paper trail. Common sense. You think I'm just doing that because I'm assuming you could get a felony for making something up out of thin air like that? You can't.
No, you're not assuming. You will be charged if this is not legit. You will be charged if this is not legit. So it's not an easy thing. And against who? French couple. First man. Who's the other one? First man. First president. I'm confused.
You can't just use United States resources to go after somebody in a plot that never existed that you did for clicks on YouTube. So what's the issue here? Why is no one coming out and telling you that that's completely baseless, especially the Charlie Kirk assassination? The whole world is invested in that assassination. Wouldn't you want to shut that down? The idea that it was a multinationally planned event? And by the way, is that on its face even plausible? Multiple agencies and multiple countries involved, from Egypt to Israel. People are saying that's totally crazy. No, it's the lone shooter who had never been on campus, who climbed the roofs like Spider-Man, happened to know where Charlie would be sitting and hit that shot in 4 seconds. Is it plausible that that's not the truth? Of course it's plausible. Anyone who knows anything about the French government probably knows that they have an appetite for cruelty and sexual deviancy. Anybody who has made it through the first couple of episodes of Becoming Brigitte knows that the French government has an appetite for cruelty and sexual deviancy, okay? LOL, the city of romance, really? Romance with who, exactly? That's one of the broader points of the Becoming Brigitte series. And so I'd like to thank Pavel Durov, the founder of Telegram, for being one of the first people to stick out his neck immediately and to assert what the entire world already knows about France. Here's what he said. He said, after reviewing everything Charlie Kirk has ever said about Macron's France, I find Candace's information about French involvement in his death entirely plausible. Charlie even called for 300% tariffs on France until the charges against me were dropped. And I also would like to shout out Freddie Ponton, who wrote this article reminding people, and when I say reminding, I mean teaching people, if you're me, because I didn't know this, that exactly this satellite of countries, France, Israel, the French Legion, United States, Egypt, were quite literally involved in exactly this sort of operation, which further reaching global implications, involving the Safari Club in Egypt. Now, if you haven't heard of that, this was the article that he wrote, passed as prologue, Safari Club illuminates Candace Owens' allegations. I had never heard of this. I really hadn't, okay? Because I feel like I'm Alice in Wonderland. A few years ago, I kind of believed everything that the government said. I thought there were good guys. And after the Charlie Kirk assassination, I'm going, oh wait, no, nobody is a good guy. These are like gangs that are running the world, obviously. Gangs that have gone mainstream, and democracy and the idea of a republic is just an illusion. Well, anyways, in that article, I'm not gonna read a paragraph from it, but he said, when Candace Owens claimed on X that a high-ranking French government insider warned her of an imminent plot to have her assassinated, alleging that President Emmanuel Macron and his wife Brigitte had authorized and financed the operation, assigning it to a small national gendarmerie intervention group team that included an Israeli operative, she also suggested that Charlie Kirk's assassin trained with the French Legion with multi-state involvement. The claim sounded like it belonged to the realm of conspiracy thrillers, and yet, as the allegation ricocheted across social media, something unusual happened. People did not instinctively laugh it off. Some dismissed it, yes, but many hesitated, paused, or quietly admitted that given the right circumstances, given the right network of covert actors, such a plot didn't feel entirely impossible.
I want to see if she said something about PBD podcast. It seems like she did. I really want to look that up. I mean, this is live, so you probably should expose them because on the thumbnail, yes. So if you see the thumbnail, if you look at this thumbnail right here, she has the PBD podcast people. Okay, she probably exposed them. Make sure to go to Candace and watch this video, guys. I'm not trying to watch the whole thing. Maybe I'll continue another day. And then but yeah, she exposed them. The guy, I listened to this guy talking. He was like going nuts. He was going nuts on her. But he's just a hater, man. He's just a hater. That's all I can say. There's a lot of people out here that are just haters, okay? Do not let your hate for somebody control you. Control the way you think. Control the things you do. The truth is the truth, okay? You cannot deny it. Now, it's been over, what, like a week? Less than a week, maybe 6 days, whatever, okay? As she said, what she said about this president, the government did not say anything. But the people that are actually talking, the people that are just random people coming out and say it's not the truth, she's crazy, she's this, she's that, she needs to be in the hospital, she needs to get hit, she needs to be taken out. Bro, what is that? What is that? Okay? What is that? Come on, man. I'm gonna catch you guys next time. Again, comment. Make sure to go to Candace. Make sure to go watch this video. I'm gonna be back again with some more videos. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, man, I was born in the gutter. Ay. So you know I grew up with a struggle.
If you good, welcome aboard. If you bad, you ain't ignored. Yeah, man, I was born in the gutter. Now you know that I grew up with a struggle. They even told me I would end up like a zero, but I ended up with a gold medal. Tu fais du bien, ça revient chez toi. Tu fais du mal, ça revient chez toi. Tu fais du bien, ça revient chez toi. Tu fais du mal, ça revient chez toi.